this is Russ. Back in the car again. 11:11 a.m. headed out of Walmart. And a Walmart near Costco. I need to get a few items. So anyways, at Walmart, I noticed they have the bell ringers out there today. Yeah, this is the Salvation Army guys. You guys ever seen these guys before? I think everyone's probably at one time seen Salvation Army collectors, especially around this time of the year. So as I'm going in, the Asian guy, he was an Asian guy, saying good morning to everybody. I go, okay. Brighten up my day. He deserves to get something in the bucket. Didn't do it right there and then. I gotta do my shopping first, and came out. I put in something in the bucket, and he says to me, "Thank you," but he says, "Oh, also we have a new thing now, where you can scan." You can scan on the card that's above the bucket. He says you can pay it this way too if you like. $5, $10, $20, that type of thing. I was looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, where's the $1? Starts at $5. I go, I gave him bills. I didn't give him a scan, okay? Even the Salvation Army has gone high tech. Use the scan code. What do they call those things? And pay that way, you know. No, well, the thing is with the bell ringers, if they are friendly, they seem to take an interest in what they're doing, and they're ringing the bell, okay, which he was. He had one in each hand. Then I will usually end up giving them something. There was a well, I wouldn't call her a bell ringer because she wasn't ringing the bell, but she was collecting for Salvation Army too. She was in front of the food store yesterday. She was on her phone, pretty much ignoring everybody as they go in. She was too busy talking on her phone when I went in, and then she was still too busy talking on the phone when I went out. So I said, she ain't gonna get one. She's not getting anything from me. So anyway, let me know in the comments, have you given to the bell ringing people from Salvation Army, and what prompts you to give it to them? Okay, if you're like me, I mean, I like giving to those things, but I also kind of evaluate the person doing it. You know, if they're not friendly, I don't tend to give it to them because I know that there's other bell ringers. I put it in their bucket. Then I remember too, we're going to go this direction. Let's talk about it. When we were out in California, way back in the day, they had people in front of the Ralph's and Vons back in the day. They had Ralph's grocery stores and Vons grocery stores. I don't know if they're both still there. Do they still have it? If you guys from California, do they still have Ralph's and Vons? I think Vons closed up. Did they close up? I don't know. I remember out there was also like Long's Drugs. Did they close up? I think one of them closed up. I'm not sure. One of those things way back then. Anyway, there was always guys in front of the grocery stores there that collected money. But I think they're collecting money for themselves. Yeah, they would always have like a collar, like, you know, like the Catholic priests would have a collar, right? Little white thing sticking out, little square, little white thing. They weren't priests, okay? And those were definitely scams. You know, I always wondered why places like Ralph's or Vons, if they're still around, allow them to be out there when pretty much everyone knows that those are scams. Why do they do that? I've had people come up to me, you know, as I'm going to my car and asking me for money so that they can get gas for their car. Those are scams too. I don't do that. I've noticed people on the corners around here always, you know, with the cardboard thing, please help, you know, our family or whatever sob story they give you. and they're always in the same spots. There's a guy on this road. I don't know why this thing's so jammed up here. There must be something going on up there. Um, he wears a yellow vest, a very dirty looking yellow vest. Like I ride with my yellow vest, one of those things. And he's always got a crutch, right? He's kind of dirty looking. He kind of fits the part, right? He's always out there asking for money. I don't give them money because I know he's right in front of the cigarette store that's in the corner there. And I've seen him go in there. He's probably taking the money and buying cigarettes with it. I don't want to support that. I mean, some of the things I'd rather give you food or something than give them the cash and then just use it to buy liquor or something. Although he did look the part, okay? Here's the thing. You got to look the part. If you're wearing things better than me, I'm not giving you money. You know what I'm saying? If you get in your car and drive off in your Ferrari, I'm not giving you money. Okay, we don't see that. But people have reported seeing people getting into their Mercedes or BMWs. I don't think you really need the money. So you're not getting mine. Yeah, you gotta look the part, all right? Now, when I worked down in San Diego and at the courthouse for the DA's office, there's always people who are homeless there. And you see them all the time. And those people are definitely, they look the part. They smell it too. Haven't taken a shower in months. And no, they're very dirty looking and whatever. And they sleep on cardboard boxes. You can see them, yeah. Some of them have open sores and a lot of issues. A lot of physical issues. You can see it. If they're asking for money, I can see giving maybe something to them. Because, well, maybe they use it for smoking and drinking too. I don't know. But they look the part, at least. You see what I'm saying? Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're giving money out to people, and do they have to look the part for you to do it, or do you just give it to them? Or do you refuse to give it to them? You know, there's a lot of people who say, I don't give it to them, go get a job. Yeah, well, sometimes they can't get the job. They look so bad, they smell so bad, they can't get a job. Find some help. Well, the thing is, there are places you can go for help, okay? Find some help. I don't know if they had available downtown San Diego, but I know, like for instance, for our church, okay, they have a thing called pads. So if you're homeless, you can contact this one organization, and they will they'll connect you to various churches that open their church for the evening. So you have a place you can sleep. They will also provide you with food. That's what our church does. We do it during the winter months. On Thursday nights, we do it. So they rotate from church to church. They know on Thursday nights, you go to our church. On another night, you go to another church. So they rotate. Now, how do they get there? Sometimes a van from the organization will drop the people off. Others have cars. Yeah, they're just homeless, but they're not totally down on their luck. They just don't have a home. They have a vehicle. You know, all their possessions are in their vehicle, and they can get from place to place. Those people drive themselves, okay? And the others will go to the organization, and they will drop them off. But they'll always have a hot meal. We give them a hot meal for dinner, and then we pack them a lunch as well. So the next day they have something they can eat. And then and many of them will go off to work, okay? And they're trying to get back on their feet, okay? That, I think, is a worthwhile cause because you're helping people, and you know that they legitimately need the help, okay? The others that scam, no way. No way. I don't give to the scams. So let me know what you think about that. Yep. What do you think about that? Let me know how it is in your area too. You guys have a lot of these people that, are looking for a handout or not. In this area, specific streets will have people standing right by usually by the left turn lanes. Okay, they're standing there because you're stopped, right? You can't go. Your car is stopped, and they'll walk down, by the driver's sides, hoping that someone will give them something. And sometimes you do see people give them money. But, I've seen where they said that their scam was, we're trying to collect money for a funeral for our whoever it is, and they'll work both sides of the street. One person will be on this side, the other person will be on the other opposite side of the street. And they'll work that side, and you'll hear about it, and others will say the same thing, that, there's nobody that's going to a funeral. They're scamming you. Yeah. I mean, that scam has been running multi-states. I don't give them anything because you kind of know, and you've heard about it, so you kind of know, right? All right, this lane is going to run out. I'm going to eventually have to move to the left, but it's so jammed up, I don't know how I'm going to move to the left. Once the others move to the left, then I could try to move to the left, I guess. But it says right lane closed ahead. So you got to make your move when you can make the move. Sometimes cars will let you do it. Other times cars won't. This one's letting us do it, so I'm doing it. You give them the wave. And I don't like it when I let people in and they don't give me the wave. How about you? What do you think about that? Yeah. If there's a legitimate reason the guy has to move over, I let them in. And then if they let me in, I give them the wave. Yeah. I don't give them the finger. Give them the wave. The thank you wave. Let me know what you think about that. You let people in and they don't give you the wave. What do you think about that? Then do you give them the finger? I don't give people the finger. I don't use profanity like that. Sorry. It's not me. Anyways, that's about all I have for you guys for today. It just kind of, the bell ringer just kind of reminded me about all this stuff about, Okay, now we have a truck driver ahead of us. He's going to move forward. Do we let him in? I think we better let him in. He's quite a bit ahead. Yeah, this car is interesting. It says leading vehicle is driving away. So it knows that the the car ahead of me have already gone, but I waited to let the truck in, and others are letting the other trucks in now behind me. Yeah, there's a little thing on the dashboard that says leading vehicle is driving away to let you know, hey, wake up, it's time for you to move. This car's pretty smart. Yeah, well, it's got the camera, right? The camera's designed for the lane assist feature and the braking features and all that. So yeah, they just added new things to the cars, interesting things like that. One thing I've noticed too, then I'll let you go. When you back up the car, the rear view camera kicks in, and then the big screen allows you to see. They have a very wide angle camera, which I like. I can see not just straight behind me, but slightly to the side, so I can know if anyone's actually there. So I like that. And if somebody walks by and you're trying to back up, not only will it kind of give you a warning, like a ding, but it'll vibrate the steering wheel. That's good. So you have a tactile feel that something's up, kind of warn you that you're going to run this guy over behind you if you keep moving. So it knows. I like that feature. I wish my car had that. All right, that's all I got. Hit the like and subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys next time.